Stay classy, Golden Eagles. Hey guys, this is going to be part 2 on multiplying whole numbers by fractions. I wanted to pick a little bit more difficult problem than we did in the previous video. So go ahead and get a piece of paper, get a pencil, hit pause. After you get your materials, come back and click on pause and get ready to set up with me. Go ahead and hit pause. Okay, now that you guys have your, now that you have a piece of paper and you have a pencil, I'm using Sharpie just so you guys can see a little bit better, by the way. Set up your problem just like I have. So the problem that we're going to work on today is the whole number 2 multiplied by 11/12, okay? So guys, this one's a little bit more difficult than the one that we did previously. That's why I kind of wanted to give you guys an example on this and work together on this one, okay? Heads up, this will be on our activity that you guys are going to do for me. Does that make sense? Okay, so you get a free answer. So first off, just like we did before, we've got to turn the whole number into a fraction. And there's only one way to do it. It's very easy. The 2 stays in the numerator and the what goes in the denominator. If you watched the last video, you all know, thank you, Mr. Bolo, it is 1. So we're going to change the the whole number to 2 over 1 multiplied by our original fraction, which was 11/12. So set up your problem just like that. Remember, we turned the whole number into a fraction, and all we did was leave the whole number in the numerator. The denominator was 1. Now we're going to multiply straight across, okay? So what, guys, is 2 times 11? Thank you for shouting that out. It is 22. And then what is 1 times 12? Well, that's one of our easy problems that we all know how to do. It is 12. Any number times 1 is the number that you previously said. So now, we have an improper fraction, and we have to turn it into a proper fraction, okay? So now, this is where it gets a little bit difficult, okay? Last time, we did division, and guess what? We're going to do division again. Now, some of you guys are saying, Mr. Ferguson, we haven't practiced very much, or we have not practiced at all, dividing with a double-digit divisor. Well, since it's 12, a number we're familiar with our multiplication facts, we should be able to get really close on this. Now, if I give you like 87, yeah, that's going to be a little tougher, okay? But since it's 12, and it's a number that we can multiply and we know a little bit about, we can do this really pretty easily, okay? So set up your division problem with 12 outside of the box and 22 inside of the box, just like I have here. Guys, do remember you can always pause these videos if I'm going a little bit fast for you, okay? All right, so now we got to think about, we're going to focus on this first 2. We're going to figure out about this other one. Guys, what number times 12 gives us 2 or less? Well, there's only one number in the world, and it's not the number 1, it's the loneliest number, 0. 12 times 0 gives us 0. 0 minus 2 gives us 2. Bring down the other 2 to be with its friends, okay? Now, this is where some of you guys may be worrying a little bit, but don't worry. You know how to multiply by 12s, okay? If you don't have a multiplication fact sheet at home, you can Google multiplication facts table, and it'll come up and you can use that, right? Or you can just multiply, or skip count. So let's think about it. 12 times 1 is 12. That's pretty close. Let's see if we can't get a little bit closer. What is 12 times 2? Well, 2 times 2 would be 4. So there'd be a 4, and then 2 times 1 is 2, so that'd be 24. 24 is too big, so we can't multiply by 2, we have to multiply by 1. So 12 times 1, which we talked about earlier, is 12. Then we subtract, right? 12 minus 20, or 22 minus 12 gives us 10. I have nothing left to bring down from the dividend, my mistake, and our remainder is smaller than our divisor, so we call this 10 remainder what? Thank you, everyone. Remainder 10. Okay? Now, my number that is not my remainder is going to be my new whole number, which in this case is the number 1. And then my numerator of my fraction is going to be my remainder, which in this case is the number 10. So let's set that up. 1 is my new whole number. 10 is my new numerator. And as before on the previous problem, we did not change the denominator. We multiplied it, but did we change it? No, we actually did not. Okay, so it's going to stay the same. Okay, so it remains 12. Now guys, we can check this problem to see if it is correct. Okay, now how you do that is you multiply your whole number by your denominator. So 12 times 1 is 12. Then what is 12 plus 10? It's 22. Absolutely. Is that the numerator that we had previously? It should be. So that's another video, guys, with a little bit more difficult problem where you're multiplying a whole number times a fraction. There's going to be either a worksheet activity or a Prodigy, just depends on if Prodigy has one available. Stay classy, Golden Eagles. Hope everything's going well, and always stay learning.